The dying gasp of a hurricane, when it makes landfall, it still is importing a tremendous amount of tropical moisture with it. Landfall impacts include storm surge, damaging winds, and freshwater flooding. Now, of those three factors during hurricane landfall, which do you think claim the most lives in the Western Hemisphere? Storm surge, flash flooding, or hurricane winds? Well, not all at once. Okay. We have a consensus here, maybe? What's the #1 killer in the Western Hemisphere?
Flash flooding.
Flash flooding. You got it. Right on. Okay. It is flash flooding. This is flash flooding due to heavy rains. This is river flooding due to rapid rise in river stage. Okay. And in the mid-Atlantic, we have certainly set the stage for some biblical floods in the past from these tropical storms. Hurricane Camille dropped 3 feet of rain in the space of 8 hours on a little tiny county in central Virginia. Okay? There are some absolutely astronomical rains that have come out of these clouds. What's interesting to note is that the strongest category storms are not necessarily correlated with the heaviest rainfalls. We often find that the weaker storms, the Category 1 storms, even tropical storms or tropical depressions actually cause more flooding than do these major hurricanes. Okay? So that's just one of the difficult aspects of forecasting these storms. It's difficult to understand what their rain potential is going to be in the days before landfall. There are many influences, such as mountain chains, such as frontal systems, such as jet streams, that begin interacting with the remnants of these storms, and all this tropical moisture has got to go one way, and that is down towards the ground. In this particular sequence, we could look at the track of rain being laid down by Isabel as she came up out of the Atlantic. The reds here indicate rainfall in excess of 1 feet. But as the storm made landfall, the rains very quickly died off. So here's a case of a storm that didn't produce a lot of rain when we thought that it might produce a lot of rain. And as you heard before, enough rain came out of Isabel to fill the entire Lake Erie basin. That's a calculation that I did. I computed that it was about 88 billion tons, between 88 billion tons and about 144 billion tons, depending on some of the assumptions you make about these calculations. But that's an awful way to dampen your parade, is that much rain.